Khichdi, the ultimate comfort food. This mushy rice dish is usually made when somebody is sick or it's cold and rainy outside and you just want something comforting. We're going to start by soaking some short grain rice for 30 minutes. I'm using Calrose rice, but you can use Egyptian rice or any short grain rice. Now, if you want, you can make this dish completely vegetarian, but I like it with meat. So I'm going to pressure cook some beef for 30 minutes to get it very tender, and then I'm going to shred it. But if you don't want to add the meat, the dish is delicious without it. Okay, after 30 minutes, I'm going to release the pressure, and then I'm going to strain the meat because I want to save the broth for cooking the khichdi with. And then we're going to move on to separately boiling some moong dal. This is whole moong dal, and we're going to boil it for about 10 to 15 minutes to get it very soft. When it's done cooking, you can strain the water out of it and then set it aside. We're going to add it to the main dish. Okay, then we're going to melt some oil and butter, and then we're going to cook some onions and tomatoes down until they're very soft. You can even put a lid on like I did here to help cook it a little bit faster. And we just want to really cook these down until they're very soft. While that's cooking, I realize I make a lot of rice dishes, and I promise some dishes without rice are coming. I just love rice. That's why I make so much of it. Let me know in the comments which dishes you'd like to see me make next. So when your onions and tomatoes look like this, we're going to add some ginger and garlic paste, and then we're going to stir that around and cook it with the tomatoes and onions a little bit. I was trying to finish a jar here, that's why you see me flipping it over, but I'll give exact measurements in the caption. Then we're going to add the soaked and drained rice straight into the pot. Then we're going to stir the rice in with the tomatoes and onions for a few minutes. So this is one of the only times you're going to see me not use shan masala because shan masala does not have a khichdi mix. So we're adding garam masala, turmeric, and then I'm adding a beef bouillon packet. But if you're going to make this vegetarian, I recommend you use Vegeta instead. Next, we're going to add the broth that we saved from cooking the meat. Now, if you're going to make this vegetarian, you can just use water or you can use vegetable broth or stock. That works really well too. I'm going to put the exact measurement in the caption, but the water ratio for khichdi is 2 3/4 of a cup for every 1 cup of rice. So then I added some salt and I'm going to stir it around, and then we're going to add our moong dal that we cooked separately and then stir that in. And if you're adding meat, you'll add it in now. And notice how I shredded the beef first. I just shredded it with 2 forks. It was very easy. Stir it all in, and then we're going to bring this up to a simmer on high. And when it looks like this, when it's rapidly boiling, we're going to put the lid on it and cook it on very low heat for 25 minutes. Okay, after 25 minutes, we can lift the lid, and you'll notice it's going to be very thick and mushy and smell amazing. And that is how you make